Good day, YouTubers. Lilibet's birthing doctor suddenly shutters her practice. Patients with procedures or surgeries planned before June 30th would go ahead as scheduled. However, pregnant women with appointments after June 30th will have to find another doctor. So you're still planning to have that baby? Good luck. Is the truth about Lilibet about to be exposed? Is this doctor trying to distance herself from the birth? I looked down here in the comments under the video, and the first comment read, I did read that the birth of Lilibet has not been recorded in hospital. She was allegedly born. Something very strange is going on. Lilibet just had her first birthday during the Jubilee, and Harry and Meghan hosted a barbecue at their beloved Frogmore, which they spent millions fixing up and then never lived there. The Queen did not meet Lilibet. She didn't want to be photographed or associated with Lilibet. William and Kate were in Cardiff, Wales, hundreds of miles away, and the Queen was just relaxing in her palace. None of the senior royals or even minor royals have confirmed meeting Lilibet during their time at the Jubilee. When Meghan stuck her head out of the limo because she was so concerned about security and when she needed that pap shot, there was no sign of any children in that car. There was also no sighting of the children getting on or off the airplane when they departed or arrived. Is the palace investigating the very strange births of Lilibet and Archie? Remember, William did a tour with MI5. And I'm not sure if it's MI5 or MI6, and I'm not sure what the difference would be. And the other thing on the table now is the palace bullying investigation. The palace hired a lawyer to perform an independent investigation into the bullying. And an absolute slew of aides and palace courtiers and assistants to Harry and Meghan quit. So many aides and assistants quit that it became a security issue. I mean, you can't keep having a revolving door of people and everyone now is knowing the palace secrets. Someone not pictured here who springs to my mind is the helicopter pilot with I think he had 22 years experience with the royals, and he quit because Meghan was demanding that he fly at a moment's notice in the middle of the night to get special chocolate and peanut butter snickerdoodles in the south of France for her Archie pregnancy cravings. How dangerous and offensive is this highly trained pilot dragging himself out of bed in the middle of the night to go get emergency snickerdoodles for a woman whose pregnancy and associated cravings are suspect at best? There are two narratives concerning the non-release of this bullying report, and the palace has declined to comment or release the findings of the report. The first narrative is that Meghan was found innocent. Innocent, I tell you, like Amber Heard. Now, Meghan and Harry are demanding that the report be released and her name cleared. Everybody's favorite Christopher Boozy tweeted, why announce you're launching a probe into Meghan Markle's bullying claims, but refuse to release the findings of the probe? Seems like they didn't find anything, and they are too embarrassed to admit that nothing was found. As we know, Meghan can always sue to release this report. She sues everybody. She's Little Miss Litigation, and I don't think she's going to sue. The second narrative is that the palace is saving this valuable evidence for future release when it will do the most damage. I'm inclined to believe the second narrative. These skeletons never go away. They just lurk out there. Harry is about to release a new slander book about the royals, and there is a, believe it or not, and I believe it because my cards confirmed it, there is a second Oprah interview in the works. Surely it's better to have a little ammunition and your defense prepared for the coming slander attack. Let's take a look. Let's see what the cards wish to reveal to us today. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the folks who buy me a cup of tea, and a special shout out to Tessa today because she gave me the thumbnail, the picture I think I'm going to use for the thumbnail, and some good information. And there's lots of folks who give me good information. and I'd like to shout them out at some point. So anyway, so is Melissa Drake, this doctor, afraid she's about to be exposed? I mean, let's take a look, because that's a very abrupt, exit. And I hope you're not pregnant, and I hope you're not, planning to have a baby with her as your OB, because she's out of there. So, is she, let's see what she's thinking. Is she afraid she's about to be exposed? Because she could maybe lose her license. Magi, sleight of hand, ruler. Ooh, 10 spades. That's not good. Worst case scenario right there. Making a play. 3 spades. Oh, big problem. There's a big problem cropped up. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on in Melissa Drake, Dr. Melissa Drake's head. Magi, sleight of hand by the royal family, or people associated with the royal family, which would be Meghan and Harry. 26, 36, 9 spades. 10 spades and 9 spades. So the foundation of this reading is worst case scenario. Okay, and full stop, just running away from it. So this sleight of hand, okay, I delivered little baby Lilibet, and I'll get paid for this. But she didn't deliver. And maybe she did deliver who we know as Lilibet, but that Lilibet, that baby would have been delivered from another woman. And these things can be found out. So the worst case scenario of their sleight of hand, the Magi, the sleight of hand is, it looks like it's coming to light and she's running off. Handcuffs, she's involved, and she's not able to hide her involvement. She was very publicly. And there's another famous doctor who was on Skype for the delivery. Some Indian doctor. And this is Meghan. Meghan wants to, throw famous names in there, name drop. Oh, this famous Dr. Gupta was online, and everything is above board. And that's just Meghan. That's how Meghan does. That's why she invited all celebrities to her wedding. Cut, problem, player. So the player is very specific. He goes in, he gets what he wants, and he gets out. Okay, so a very specific problem has cropped up about this deception, the King of Diamonds. I don't like to use the Magi as a deception card, but the Magi in conjunction with other cards can be a deception card. I don't like to use it as a deception card because I am the Magi. Scourge, conflict, and a big problem. Okay, disaster and a big problem. That's people and events. Problem in people and events. Working together. She's trying to hold it all together and keep her practice and keep her license. So they're about to be discovered. Okay, and specifically King of Diamonds, the deception is about to be discovered. So I would expect, since the deception is about to be discovered, I would kind of expect to see something else coming in the news soon. Or, again, the royal family could be holding it back, like the bullying report, and waiting for the right time to release it. So I would think that, let's ask if the royal family has damning information on the birth already. Let's ask, does the royal family already have this damning information? And they're like, you're going to release that book, Harry. Well, we've got some info on Lilibet's birth. So does the royal family already have damning information on Lilibet's birth? Coffin secrets. Royals. The king. All right. They've been working, 10 clubs. They've been working very hard. they've renewed their efforts and they're working very hard to dig up the dirt. 12 and 10, 22, 6 diamonds. They got a whole bunch of people in this case. MI5, MI6, maybe even MI7. And I don't think there is an MI7. And somebody tell me, what is the difference between MI5 and MI6? Is this like Windows 2 and Windows 3? I mean, what are we talking about here? I'm not sure I get it. So they've been working really hard, and they've renewed their efforts. And this is also a deception card, and that's mirroring 4 spades. They've uncovered deception. Okay, this doctor gave birth to Lilibet, and they've dug up this deception. They've worked very hard to uncover this deception. What do we have underneath? The king and the royal family, player, and a big change. Ooh, we got something. Player, that's a one-off. Player's a one-off. He works very hard. He goes in, gets what he wants, and he leaves. Okay, and player and fox, Jack of Diamonds and Queen of Diamonds, are brother and sister energy. This is the male form of the Queen of Diamonds. And the Queen of Diamonds is very clever. So, they've got something. Big change. They've got something. The king has something. And they can't wait to reveal it, this sweet morsel, to the whole world. So yeah, the royals they've dug up some dirt on about this birth. So this is another thing. They've got the bullying on Meghan, and now they've got secrets about Lilibet's birth that they've really got something. A big change. They've really got something on Lilibet's birth. And I don't know what it would be. That's interesting. Now there's 2 ways. I mean, I can think of a lot of issues with Lilibet's birth, but God knows what specific information. You have to be able to prove stuff. They've got something that they can prove. So there's 2 ways that this can go. Meghan is like, I've got your back, Dr. Melissa. You know, we're with you all the way. You helped me. You had my back. I've got your back. Or Meghan can be like, well, it's all your fault. I'm perfect. I'm perfect, Meghan Markle. And if anybody says anything about me, I will be more than happy to throw you under the bus, back the bus up, run you over, move the bus forward again, get the lawnmower out and chop you up and feed you to the paparazzi. There's 2 ways. So are Meghan and Dr. Drake standing together, or Dr. Drake is like, I made a mistake. I never should have got involved with this woman. Meghan and Dr. Drake, are they standing together or divided? Meghan. Dr. Drake. Oh my. Oh my. These are interesting cards. Always interesting, never boring. Okay, Meghan and Dr. Drake. Are they standing together? No. Outside circumstances. The connection to these outside circumstances, Meghan wants nothing to do with it. 16, 18, 5 diamonds. Meghan is taking steps to separate herself from these problems. So that's, if you're a doctor, you're kind of pretty smart. Okay, so Dr. Drake is watching this and saying, oh no, that's not looking good for me. What is Dr. Drake doing? Here we have the royals and the king, and Harry and Meghan have the shine of the king on them, even though they're not senior royals anymore. Player, going to make a specific move to cut off relations with the king, or Harry and Meghan, the ex-royals. 26-37. 10 hearts. Very, very upset about it. She believed that Meghan would be on her side. And she's very disappointed, the 10 hearts. She's very emotional about the fact that Meghan is not interested in protecting her after she took such a grave risk for her. And you can almost hear the conversation, with the doctor saying to Meghan, what a big deal this is. My license would be on the line. I'm doing a very personal favor for you because I like you, blah, blah, blah. And we know how good Meghan is at acting like the victim, pretending to be a helpless little woman, and, oh, please help me, please help me. And I'm sure she did that to this doctor, Melissa Drake, and she felt like, oh, sympathy, I'm just going to help Meghan. Well, Meghan wants nothing to do with these events. She does not want to be connected to this at all, and she's taking steps, 5 diamonds, to distance herself. And so Dr. Drake is like cutting it off, and she's very upset about it. And they really are working very actively. Vale and 4 Clubs, they're working very, very actively to keep this all a secret. So Dr. Drake is working on her side to keep it a secret, cutting everything off, leaving her practice, which that's her business. Okay, unless her husband makes a lot of money, she just lost her whole income. And so everybody's in damage control mode. Everybody. Both sides. And they are not working with each other. Meghan is not helping out Dr. Drake. So let's get on with the bullying report. And there's 2 sides. They didn't find anything, says Christopher Boozy, and we know how, I believe everything that Christopher Boozy says, and I believe everything I read on the internet, and I especially believe everything I see on CNN. So the one side, Christopher Boozy and CNN, are saying there's nothing in the bullying report. The other side says, oh no, they've got the dirt and they're just going to wait to dish it out at the right time. So, is there anything substantial in the bullying report? In the findings of the bullying report? And I was an auditor. I'm very familiar with findings. Anything substantial in the bullying report? Or nothing to see here. All right, so honest man, working for the royal family, reacting to circumstances, 23, 28, 7 spades. He dug up the secrets. So he just went straight after it and he dug up the secrets. And that's how you do it. You're very objective. You don't take sides going into it. You just report what you find. Good or bad, pro or con to the royal family, pro or con to Meghan. You just tell the truth and that's it. And that's how it needs to be. And that's how law enforcement needs to do it. And strangely, they very often don't do that anymore. And we can really see that under our current presidential administration, where they're attacking Republicans for being Republicans and pretending that they're criminals because they're Republicans. It's very strange, and there's some very high-profile arrests made recently by the FBI and the DOJ of people who these arrests are actually illegal. So anyway, I didn't mean to drag politics into it. But anyway, that's just law enforcement has to be objective. What do we have underneath? Communication, executioner and butterfly, angel and karmic relationship. Okay, doing what's best, being an angel, doing what's best for the family, and that's what they're communicating. King of Spades in butterfly, transforming the situation by not, King of Spades, by not telling at this time. So he did dig up the dirt. Okay, that lawyer who was hired to do this, he dug up the dirt. He went right after it. He got right into it and he dug it up. And this just says the royal family is not going to say it. So did he find the dirt or not? Did he find the dirt or not? Yes, I just slapped my cards. Did he find the dirt or not? Did he find some dirty dirt? And there's the devil. There's the devil hiding there. Let's see what we have here. Decisions about talking, cut. The king telling the whole world the evils and it all works in their favor. Yeah, so he did find the dirt. He definitely found some serious dirt. And why? Because the devil's showing up and the royal family exposing it to the whole world, and this all works in their favor. So they did find the dirt that is going to hurt Meghan and Harry. They're just holding out for another time, which is what I thought. They did find the dirt. Yeah, they definitely found the dirt. All right, so what have we learned here? Melissa Drake, is she afraid to be exposed? Is that why she's closing her business? Yes, absolutely. The worst case scenario has happened and is happening right now. Do the royals actually have real proof on the suspect nature of Lilibet's birth? Yes, they do. They absolutely have hard evidence that they can prove that there are problems with Lilibet's birth. Okay, and I don't know if they can prove that there are problems with Archie's birth. Is Meghan standing with Melissa? No, you're really on your own. Meghan is doing everything she can. They're in damage control mode. And I think there are people, unhealthy people, live their lives crisis to crisis. And I don't know if you've ever dated one of these people or your parents were one of these people. They literally can't get up in the morning unless there's a crisis. And then they just throw themselves into that crisis and they live crisis to crisis to crisis because they're incredibly unhealthy people. Meghan Markle seems to be such a person. And so she never seems to get anything accomplished. They're not getting the Netflix stuff out. They're not getting any of the Spotify interviews out. Why? Because they're always in crisis mode. And so Meghan is doing everything she can to distance herself from this crisis. And this lady, Melissa Drake, who is a very different kind of person. You have to be very disciplined. You have to be very focused over a very long period of time to become a doctor. And you know, she's in a highly sought after, well, not so much for men anymore. There's less and less and less men doing OB work anymore because it's so litigious. They sue for everything. Oh, my baby came out. I'm suing you. Oh, my baby is beautiful. I'm suing you. You know, it's like that. I actually have a friend who is an OB, and his father was an OB, and he had to think through all these issues of lawsuits and stuff. And he actually works for the Navy, which I think he's a whole lot more protected. He's an officer in the Navy. So, did the bullying report come up with anything substantial? It absolutely did. It absolutely did. And so they're just gathering their evidence to nail our beloved Meghan Markle when the time comes and the time is right. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and